Hello and welcome to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I am Mr. Randy, and today we're going to be doing another final pour episode. If you're new to the channel, hello, welcome, come on in. All my returning viewers, you know it's always good to see you. Come on in, let's get it done, shall we? So today's final pour episode is going to be of the Pueblo Viejo Tequila 100% Agave Azul, Jalisco, very nice, Reposado, 750, 40% alcohol by volume. This bottle is not the bottle that is displayed on the interwebs, NAM 1103. And yeah, imported by Sazerac, so this is a Sazerac product. So there's a story behind this bottle. I won't guarantee you that it's exciting. I will just tell you that it's interesting. And I can already tell you, I'm not going to go all the way. I misjudged this final pour, but guaranteed you, nonetheless, we will finish this tonight. So it is technically still within the realms of being a final pour-ish. So that is not too bad of a color for this Reposado. This Pueblo Viejo, in the beginning, when I got this bottle, I did not feel like this was anything too special. I thought this was definitely a bottom shelfer, and especially for the price that I paid out the door, I wasn't expecting much, so I didn't give it much attention, and boy was I wrong. If you've seen the full review video, you know. But things have definitely changed since that video. So, excuse me, let's get it on the nose. Very nice, very gentle, very mellow, smooth, and soft. I have tried to find this bottle again, and I'm pretty sure there's only going to be a few places that I can find it. They do, have an añejo version, which is incredibly difficult to find unless I start doing a lot of legwork or sit on the phone calling multiple stores. It's very hard to find. So this does not look like the bottle that is represented online. This is a more simplified. It makes it look very basic and where it does belong on the bottom shelf. And yeah, the price tag sort of also says that as well. I can guarantee you this is not what you think it is. This is much, much better. So Mr. Randy does a 3-part series. First episode is off the rip. Get it home, crack it open, have my first pour, share my first impressions with you because that's what we do. Part 2, full review. We drink it down halfway here. We put the cap back on it, put it back on the shelf. We let it sit there for a week and a half, 2 weeks. I go online, find as much as I can talk about, bring it back, we talk about it, I score it, continue to drink it because part 3, final pour episode where we're at today, we're going to compare this last and final pour-ish to the first pour off the rip and everything in between. This was a surprise. This was really a surprise. On the nose, it's really soft. I'm getting sort of like vanilla cola, almost a vanilla cola with a little bit of caramel and spicy oakness on the back end, but I get kind of like a vanilla cola on this final pour. I don't think I had that at any other part of this bottle. This is a surprise. Again, I can't say it enough. This was one of the most surprising bottles I've ever had. Yes, I went into this bottle with lower expectations than you could possibly imagine, but I was like, I just need a bottle of Reposado, and this was gonna fit the bill. So let's go ahead and get that initial acclimation palating out of the way. That is like bourbon character. I'm getting a nice bourbon This just drinks more like a bourbon, a really nice, mellow, solid bourbon than a tequila. That's why I loved it. That's why when I had the first couple pours, and because of everything, it was just so tight and like tightly packed, the characters couldn't really loosen up and move around. Off the rip was telling me no, that this was not going to be a good one. Much akin to a lot of good bourbons they do have to get down to about halfway. They have to open up. Give it some time to off gas and open up. And they become very, very beautiful libations. This one was one of those things, except it was in a tequila. Yeah, so it was roughly just before halfway down when I was drinking it to the halfway point. I'm like, man, is this the same bottle? It is the same bottle. It didn't feel like it. It's nice. It really is nice. This is one of the better sipping tequila reposados for under 20 bucks out the door. Man, it's like Evan Williams. Evan Williams bottled in bond is less than $20 out the door. Again, it might be a little rough, a little hard to get used to when it's off the rip, but once you let it off gas, the more you open it, off gas it, and it mellows out a little bit, it becomes a dang good bourbon. A drink worthy of having. It's just, I find more often than not, individuals will buy a bottle off of a recommendation or whatnot, and they'll have a first pour, and they're like, no, that's too much. And they might have a second pour or something, and be like, I'll try again. No, it's too much. But again, like the Evan Williams Baldwin Bond, it really gets really good about a third of the way down. It gets really good, and it's really easy drinking all the way down to the final third. So if you have a bottle sitting on the shelf that you've maybe had one or two little pours out of it, and you just think, man, I can't handle that, keep that in mind. Go back to it. Maybe split that bottle into another bottle. Have it. Put the half of it into another jar, a mason jar, a jug. It doesn't matter. Give it some room and space to off gas and mellow out. Then try it after about a week or so. Then try it again. I'm pretty sure you're going to have a much different experience at that point. Whew. Did we get that one? No, we just get the second one. So this is one of those bottles that I've had absolutely devastated. I'm absolutely devastated that now this thing is going to be hard to find. The añejo is practically impossible. I might have to order that online. If you've got a good place online to order things from, I think Old Guy Bourbon once suggested a website for me to buy these things, because he buys a lot of the stuff that he can't find locally. He buys it off of this one website, and I might have to go back and ask him where he what that is. I forget what it is, but yeah, this was one of those bottles like, wow. Wow. It's nice, it's easy, it's smooth, it's really, really good. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't get that great until about a third of the way down, and then it really starts to change. You got to give it space. This is one of those spirits that you have to give it space and a little bit of time. Let it run around. Let it burn off some of that energy that it has. It's not so frustrating, so bright, and so overpowering off the rip. So the palate is definitely, like I said, it's at first it kind of gives me these like vanilla cola, but then you get some caramel and some oaky and some spice. This is dang good. This, I believe when I did the full review, I found out that this is one of the better quality tequilas out there. It just doesn't really present itself as anything special. Nothing flamboyant. The packaging, the labeling, all this, everything else is pretty like reserved. I kind of respect that, because it's not selling itself off of a flashy bottle. It's good stuff in the bottle. It really is good stuff in the bottle. So let's go ahead and get this finish It's going to be a little bit of a big one, but we can work it. Let's go ahead. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Mm. So the tip of the tongue. Now I'm getting some on the bottom of the tongue. On the bottom of the tongue. That's a rare. That's a unicorn experience. Where it goes up under the bottom of the tongue. It didn't last long. But hey, that was something new. Yeah, I'm getting that sweet, soft caramel, vanilla oak spice, juiciness everywhere. Cheeks, jowls, gums, a little bit on the lips. This, I can't explain it. This is one of those bottles you don't expect much from it. You barely expect anything at all, and you probably pass on it. But if you see this bottle again and you're into tequila, reposados, don't pass it up again. If you can get it for sub 20 like I did, don't pass it up. But just keep in mind that these first few pours might be a little abrasive. They might not be very welcoming. If you find it, if you have a pour of this, if you go out and you buy this bottle on my recommendation, let me know. But if you get past the first pour or two and you're like, man, that's a little heavy than what I've been suggesting, go ahead and split that bottle. Get like an old bottle, get like a mason jar, get something else, some other container, split that bottle, give it a week, just 1 week. Give it a week, then go back to it. I guarantee you it will be much, much different than what it is off the rip. It's very nice, very good. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. And still, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to that channel. What are you waiting for? I think I might have done that already. But anywho, it's always good to do it a second time. Tommy 2 times. Tommy 2 times. If you've seen Tommy 2 times in the past, that's me. I'm Tommy 2 times. So there it is. Pueblo Viejo. Final pour. Well, the final 2 pours. How about that? We'll do the final 2 pours for the Pueblo Viejo Reposado. Very nice. Don't underestimate it. Don't just walk past it. Try it. If you're into tequila reposados, you gotta try this one if you haven't. Well, there it is. In the comment section, I'd like to know where you're at. What are you drinking? What's going on in the world of libations around you? Have you had the Pueblo Viejo? If you haven't, but you've seen it, you're missing out. You're doing yourself a disservice. Get it on. Get it on. So there it is. As always, thanks for stopping by here at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. This was a unexpected dang good one. Boom.